Hi, in this next video, this is a question from Simon Euchre. He wanted to know how to play the G chord in multiple ways. So he already knows the regular campfire or cowboy, cow person G chord here. So I play that, in this position I play it three ways, by the way. I'll do it that way, this way, with two fingers here on the high E and B strings, fret 3. And then I'll also do a G5, kind of that AC/DC one where you block the 5th string. This is the next G chord. So we got the G in open position. Then this is an E-shaped G chord. This comes from the caged system, C-A-G-E-D. So after the G shape comes the E shape. Next one will be the D shape. This is fret 7, 8, 7. On the 3 strings closest to the floor. There are other ways you can play this as well. You can do this, that, or even the lower strings of that. The next one comes up as the C shape. And this is in 7th position, 10, 9, 7, 8, 7. And then the A shape. So that is 10, 12, 12, 12. And you could get 10 on the 1st string too. And then also we go back to the G shape here. So this would be 15, 14, 12, 12, 12, 15, 15 is how I would normally play the arpeggio of that. But when I'm playing that in for practical purposes, I normally just play the middle 4 strings. I still think of that as the G shape. So we got G, B, D, G, B, G, D, G. So G, B, D, G, B, D, G. So it just follows that order of notes. The G chord is made up of the 3 notes G, B, and D. So anywhere on any instrument that you have those 3 notes, you have a G chord. All right, so that is the caged view of it. The other way that I tend to prefer learning that and showing people is on each set of 3 strings, there are 3 ways to play any major or minor chord. So we're gonna go, here's a G using the highest notes of an E shape. So this is 4, 3, 3, starting from the 3rd string. Then 7, 8, 7, back to that D shape. And then 12, 12, 10 is the A shape. And then 16, 15, 15 would be the same as this, but 1 octave higher. All right, so that was the first 3 strings. Then on strings 2, 3, and 4, or 4, 3, and 2, we got open, open, open. That includes all 3 notes that we need. Then right here we got 5, 4, 3 on those strings, 4, 3, and 2. So fret 5, fret 4, fret 3. And that once again comes out of that E shape. Then we have 9, 7, 8, which comes out of the C shape. And then 12, 12, 12. We could also play that as a harmonic on 12 or on 5. All right, now when we go to strings 5, 4, and 3, I have 2, 0, 0. And that's coming out of my regular G chord there. All right. Then we got 5, 5, 4. Then we've got 10, 9, 7. Have 14, 12, 12, which is the same as 2, 0, 0, 1 octave higher. All right, and the low E through the D strings, we got 3, 2, 0, also from regular G, and then we have 7, 5, 5, and then we have 10, 10, 9, and then 15, 14, 12. And you can play that with different fingerings depending on what you prefer. And also, like, you know, cutaways versus non-cutaways, it's sometimes harder to reach up in that 12th fret area or beyond. All right, so there, if you break it down, you know, 3 ways to play it on each set of 3 strings. So we've got this strings 1, 2, and 3, then strings 2, 3, and 4, then 3, 4, and 5, then 4, 5, and 6. So that's 12 ways that you can play it just on those 3 string groupings. And then we have the caged system, so the G, E, D, C, A shapes. The reason it's called caged is because it just always loops that order, C, A, G, E, and D. So if you started with a G shape, the next one's always going to be an E shape, the next one's going to be a D shape, the next one a C, the next one an A, and the next one a G again. You will find that there are certain shapes that you prefer. Most people, when they learn bar chords, will learn the E shape and the A shape first. So those are both G chords that I played there, using those shapes. And those are very practical for rhythm guitar things. A lot of lead players will use the C shape and the G shape a lot, because the G shape fits into the pentatonic scale really nicely there. So like, and so does the C shape, where you can do a lot of those double stop kind of things we think of, like Jimi Hendrix playing things like that. A lot of blues players, R&B players and stuff like that. Very cool little double stop things that really just come right out of the chord, adding little notes from the scale to embellish it a little bit, but mostly it's chord tones that we're playing with around. All right, so there was a quick, slightly less quick lesson on how to play the G chord multiple ways. Shout out to Simon Euchre. Thank you for the question. See you next time. Thanks.